Hare Krishna. So we just heard from His Holiness Bhakti Damodara Maharaj the importance of transformation. How do we bring about this transformation that Maharaj spoke about? Srila Prabhupada was very, very clear about how to bring about this transformation in the lives of devotees. And that is why Srila Prabhupada, before he left for the West, he made sure that he had translated the first canto of the Srimad Bhagavatam and other books before he embarked on his trip to the US. So therefore we have here, books are the basis. For us as members of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness, books are the basis. Srila Prabhupada's books are the basis. And therefore we see how Srila Prabhupada spent the rest of his life making sure that he made these books available for us. And so, for character transformation to take place, devotees have to dive deep into this aspect of reading Srila Prabhupada's books on daily basis. So, this project, as His Grace Tapanameswara Prabhu has already said, it is a Ministry of Education project for bringing about the transformation, the required transformation that is needed to bring about a total progress in our movement. In other words, if all the members of the Hare Krishna movement, if we all take to Srila Prabhupada's books very seriously, if we all commit ourselves to reading Srila Prabhupada's books on daily basis, these powerful books, powerful message, the mood and mission of Srila Prabhupada, the bhav of Srila Prabhupada will enter into our minds, it will enter into our hearts, it will enter into our beings, and it will transform us. So therefore, we all need Srila Prabhupada's books. So this project is to inspire devotees, is to encourage devotees, is to bring about a revolution in the lives of devotees by reading Srila Prabhupada's books. Okay. So here we have Srila Prabhupada is a great medium. Bhagavata Giya Pura Bhagavata Stane. One should hear and study the Srimad Bhagavatam from the person Bhagavatam. It is said that there are two types of Bhagavatams. The book Bhagavat and the personality Bhagavat. So Srila Prabhupada is that personality Bhagavat who made available the book Bhagavat. So if we simply read Srila Prabhupada's books, imbibe the message, digest the message properly on regular basis, definitely the power of the Srimad Bhagavatam will sink into our hearts and will transform our hearts into pure Krishna conscious hearts. Srila Prabhupada says here in a letter to Amarendra Prabhu, January 31st, 1972, I want to turn over the management to my disciples as I am desiring to devote my time now simply for translating the books like Srimad Bhagavatam. So if you study my books very carefully, then I am sure you will find out the means for applying this Krishna consciousness philosophy in all spheres of life. There is no limitation. So Srila Prabhupada is saying that he wants to give, at one point, he wanted to give up management, administration, and just focus on translating the books, because he knew that these books are the means by which the world can be changed. So therefore, if we as followers of Srila Prabhupada, we as members of the Hare Krishna movement, if we take these books very seriously, and every blessed day we associate with these books, actually by reading these books every day, we are directly associating with His Divine Grace, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada. Knowing everything. Krishna knows everything. And he claims that if anyone knows him, then he also knows everything. So knowledge means to know only that Krishna is the proprietor of everything, that Krishna is a friend of everyone, that Krishna is the enjoyer of everything. These three things, proprietor, friend, and enjoyer, if somebody knows this, he is actually wise. Here's a letter to Sri Govinda, March 5th, 1972. So Srila Prabhupada is giving us the secret of success, the secret of peace, the secret of transformation, the secret of progress in Krishna consciousness. If we just understand these three principles, that Krishna is a proprietor, Krishna is a friend, and Krishna is the enjoyer. If we understand these three principles, then transformation will take place. The living entity is struggling in this material world because he does not understand these three principles. He has placed himself in the place of Krishna. The living entity is thinking, I'm the friend of all living entities, I am the enjoyer of everything I see, and I'm the proprietor of the material energy. That is the wrong notion. And because of this, everyone is suffering in this material world. So Srila Prabhupada is giving us his books, this knowledge, that if we just study them, we imbibe them, and we follow them, then we can be free from this situation, and we can actually become very, very blissful in our spiritual lives. Increase or maintain. Now you have everything: respect, philosophy, money, temples, books, all these things I have given. But I am an old man, and my notice is already there. Now it is up to you all how to manage it. If you cannot increase it, you should at least maintain what I have given you. Letter to Jagannatha Suta, August 26, 1975. Srila Prabhupada is getting closer to winding up his pastimes in this world. So he's sounding a warning that my time is getting closer. And please, increase whatever I've given you. And if you cannot increase what I've given you, then maintain. So Srila Prabhupada has given us these books. We should increase this knowledge all over the whole world. And at least if you cannot, we should maintain. In other words, we should read these books every day. We should imbibe this knowledge every day and maintain our spiritual life. But Srila Prabhupada will be most happy if we can increase this knowledge by a lot of distribution, a lot of preaching, and get more people to read, more people to associate with the knowledge. Srila Prabhupada will be most pleased. Great responsibility. This great responsibility is in your charge. I have given you all the guidance and hints, and it is described in all my books. Now it is up to you. Please keep our principles firmly, and everything will come out successfully. This is Mukunda, February 1st, 1974. So it is a great responsibility to be a leader in the Hare Krishna movement. It is our responsibility to study Srila Prabhupada's books. It is our responsibility to read on a daily basis. And it's also our responsibility to inspire others to read Srila Prabhupada's books. So in one letter, Srila Prabhupada writes to Hamsadutta Prabhu that it is the duty of the leaders to inspire devotees to read Srila Prabhupada's books, his books, on a daily basis. So it is a great responsibility for us to inspire others to read Srila Prabhupada's books, and this way we can inspire the whole world to read Srila Prabhupada's books. The secret of success. If you simply reproduce what I have tried to explain in those books, surely you will come out victorious. Even in the midst of so many great mundane scholars, the description given in these books are not mundane speculations, but they are authorized versions of liberated souls presented by our humble self. So the strength is not in us. The strength is not in us, but the strength is in the Supreme Lord. And we have simply presented them without any adulteration in a humble service spirit. That is the secret of success. The secret of success is to repeat what we have heard from the authorities, what Prabhupada has given us. If we simply imbibe that and simply repeat that, then that is our success. So just by studying these books nicely, imbibing them nicely, and repeating them, sharing them, then we shall make great progress in our Krishna consciousness. In one letter also, Srila Prabhupada says, reading is one thing, but sharing is another thing. When you read these books, don't keep it to yourself. You should share. And somewhere else, Srila Prabhupada says that the more we share, the more we get. If we read, we imbibe, and we discuss with others, we increase the bliss of discussion, we increase the bliss of Krishna consciousness, and in this way, we expand the bliss of reading Srila Prabhupada's books. That we have to do in order to bring the whole world to read Srila Prabhupada's books. Appreciating Srila Prabhupada. I was just appreciating how in every way you have provided for your disciples in every respect, in every aspect. You have created this movement. So we have beautiful temples. You have given us this wonderful philosophy in your books. In every way, you have provided. You have given us these places. Vrindavan Temple, Mayapur Temple. This is in the room conversation, July 1st, 1977. So this is Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, who was appreciating Srila Prabhupada. So Srila Prabhupada has given us everything. He has given us his books. He has given us the society. He has given us the temples. He has given us so many things. How are we using it in the fulfillment of Srila Prabhupada's mission? And that begins with how much are we reading his books, how much are we imbibing his books, and how much are we spreading the message of his books. So if we do like this, then Srila Prabhupada will be so happy, and we shall also be very happy, and the world will be a very beautiful place for us. So it is our duty to read his books and share with others. My first business is to give the devotees the proper knowledge and engage them in devotional service so that is not very difficult task for you. I have given you everything. So read and speak from the books, and so many new lights will come out. We have got so many books. So if we go on preaching from them for the next 10,000 years, there is enough stock. It's a letter to Sasaru Maharaj, June 26, 1972. So Srila Prabhupada says our first business is this knowledge of Krishna consciousness. We have to read. We have to study. We have to make it a regular practice. And then many lights will come out. The more we read, actually Srila Prabhupada purports are full of amazing information. The more we read, the more we can begin to understand that there is much more than we can even imbibe. Anytime you read Srila Prabhupada's books, his purports, there's always some new realization. So the more we read his books, the more we have realizations, and the more realizations we get, the more we can enlighten the world, and the more the world becomes enlightened, the more we can really relish Krishna consciousness in this world. So I will hand over to my colleague here, Devarshi Prabhu, to continue.
Hare Krishna. So, since about 1 year, when we started to speak about that project after Gaura Purnima, I get the idea to get in touch with devotee and asking them if they read or if they don't read Srila Prabhupada books, and asking them to make a recording audio or video. And actually, I discovered by doing that type of activity that some devotees are reading regularly and testing Krishna consciousness. Some devotees are reading regularly but not so much testing. Some devotees are not reading regularly and not testing. One time I asked one sannyasi, in Europe, I said, Maharaj, we have this project about reading Prabhupada books. Can you help us? And he told me, I like the idea, but I'm not reading myself. So it's difficult to ask devotee to read if we don't read ourselves. A few days ago, I was asking one devotee, young devotee, means Grihastha in Mayapur, and I said, Prabhu, can I interview you? He told me, yes, I was reading when I was brahmachari, but now I have a child. He's always making noise in night. I cannot sleep, so I cannot read. So actually, it's a challenge to read Srila Prabhupada books in our world. Most of us, we have many activities, we are very busy for many services, many discussion, lot of preaching, lot of activities like that. But how to evaluate our connection with Srila Prabhupada books? When we read Srila Prabhupada books, Srila Prabhupada is teaching us. It's very difficult for our mind to be with Prabhupada books, but because he's always preaching to us, It is like washing of the brain, of the consciousness. So actually, if I realize that even if we always can have a better quality reading, better quantity reading, better quantity transformation, like Maharaj was saying, how to become more aware about the importance of Srila Prabhupada books. And I did some experience since 1 year. On myself, I say, okay, I am reading Prabhupada books, but how can I increase the quality reading? How can I increase a little quantity, means every day, something every day? And I realize actually that it's not so difficult when it is gradually. If we ask every devotee in ISKCON to read 1 hour a day or 2 hours a day, it can be like the Himalayas, It's too much, for many devotees. But if we are aware about the importance of reading Srila Prabhupada books, and if we can add something ourselves, means better reading and sharing with other person. This is the idea of the reading group, like here in our community. Like I am in touch with some devotee in Africa, because I was in Togo a few months ago, and there is a small group in Benin. One devotee is not initiated, and he started to mix with other devotees, no initiation, no temple in that part of the world, and they are starting to read Upadeshamrita. But they don't even have the book Upadeshamrita. So I was in Togo for teaching Bhakti Shastri in French, and they make a photocopy of one book Upadeshamrita, and they are using one book, photocopy, and reading together. Once a week, for 1 hour a week, So most of us, we are living here, we have plenty of books, Especially in English or in other countries, plenty of books. In Mayapur, it's full of books. But some devotees, when there are no books, sometimes they value the books more than most of us, So it is why if in that project, like Tapan Mishra Prabhu was saying, it's an education project. Actually, I am surprised that we have this project because we don't read Prabhupada books daily. We have no association with other people. And we are not representative of Prabhupada books. This project is not supposed to exist, in my opinion. Because if we are in ISKCON and taking seriously Srila Prabhupada books, at any position, leadership, ordinary devotee, middle devotee, means we are supposed to associate with Srila Prabhupada because he's our Founder-Acharya. He's the Founder-Acharya of ISKCON, Bhaktivedanta Institute, and Bhaktivedanta Book Trust. He's our Acharya. You know? So if he's our Acharya, we need to imbibe his teaching. Otherwise, what is our place in that ISKCON? If we don't accept Srila Prabhupada as Acharya, what is our place? A few days ago, I was in a presentation by Devarshi Prabhu in the theater. Huh? He was speaking about, the TOVP, all this thing, the chandelier like that. And a few questions were there. The few questions were challenging Prabhupada books. So it is why, if we are not convinced about Srila Prabhupada books, we have a lot of problems, individually, collectively, in any yatra. ISKCON is full of problems in one sense. But it is why Srila Prabhupada is very intelligent. He put everything in his book. So if we associate with the book, we can understand what is to be a devotee of Krishna. Otherwise, what is our chance? We can be wearing, dhoti, sari, tilak, all these things externally, but what is inside, So in order to develop this awareness about Srila Prabhupada books, we need really to check our real situation with Srila Prabhupada, and also to try to do a little more for ourselves and add a few devotees. It is why we try to have a lot of importance on the reading groups in our community. Groups means starting from 2. Yes, 2. And during the break, with Dr. Thomas, who is here, can stand, Thomas.
Please bring him also on the stage, because I'm going to introduce the team.
Okay, yes.
Yes.
We are going to try to to record the devotee who wanted. I already approached quite a few of you, in the last weeks, about what is your realization about Srila Prabhupada books, what are the benefits individually, collectively, and how we can help ISKCON to become more as Srila Prabhupada wanted. Means Srila Prabhupada said, I'm just finishing like that, in introduction to Bhagavata, it said, if by reading Srila Prabhupada Bhagavad Gita, if one devotee becomes a pure devotee, his mission is going to be a success. So actually, I really understand that to be follower of Srila Prabhupada, we have a great responsibility, and we can increase our dedication to that movement by more reading, studying, apply, and realize these books. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Devarshi Prabhu and Srivas Prabhu. And I quickly wanted to introduce the team. We also have Devarshi Prabhu, Srivas Prabhu. We have Bhakta Tom, also Vasudev. Krishna Prabhu, if you can come on the stage. In addition, we have Vanmali Prabhu from Mumbai. Is Vanmali Prabhu present here? Is he still in Mayapur? Okay. And Nadia Bihari Prabhu. Okay, so we have a team of about 6 devotees who are actually working in the project. So it's not, as I shared with you, this is not a project in the air. The work has already started. You can actually go to our website here, and you can already see some of the resources that they've started to develop. If you have some resources that you develop, you can share it with us on the Google Drive. Yes, that's the intention. So here is the team. Here are the devotees who are coordinating and taking this forward. We've done it systematically in a way that 2 devotees are coordinating, and Nadia Bihari Prabhu is taking care of the technology aspect. Bhakta Tom is also helping us with the recording, and hopefully in the future also with developing some brochures and marketing material if his time permits. But if you feel inspired to participate in the project and become part of the team, please do let us know.